Hello, 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 beautiful people. Thought I'd take you on my short walk. It was hot today, and my body doesn't like hot anymore. I was coming out here to show you the sheep, but I guess they're on the other side, eating the grass, keeping it down. You know, I've had the pleasure of having so many beautiful angels in my life. And this one that I'm going to tell you about now, I don't think she really knows yet how beautiful she is. And I'm going to send this to you just so you could have a reminder. Hi, Hans. There's Hans. Hi. You going to walk with Tosh Tosh? Huh? Are you going to show everybody those pretty brown eyes? Come here. Come here. Say hi, Angie. Say hi, Angie. Come here. Let's see those pretty... Oh, Hans. He is so shy. Come here. Show him those pretty brown eyes. Oh. Oh, I love you, Hans. Yes, I do. Come on. Let's sit down, and then I'll pet you. Come on. Come on. There we go. We'll go sit underneath the plum tree, okay? You know, when people... Okay, this is what I was trying to tell you. Who was I on the phone with? Oh, I was on the phone with my sister. Okay, now if you could just cut out all the other stuff and just only zoom in and only focus on that part right there underneath the willow tree. That has got to be one of the most beautiful sunset patches I have ever seen being here on this property. Come on. I've known this person, I don't know, I think 5 years? I think so. And we met, of course, on YouTube. Did I meet you on YouTube? I think so. And in the process, I love this fig tree. So beautiful. Of, getting to know someone through readings or without a reading. It's one of my favorite spots. It's really just divine. I don't know any better word, than divine, meeting new people. And I say that because I know a lot of people don't necessarily want to meet new people. I don't know why, but that's okay. I'm not here to judge you, Oh, come on, big boy, come on. Come on, sit with Tosh Tosh on your blankie that Auntie gave you. Oh, I know. Look at those pretty brown eyes. Oh, you guys can't see it, didn't it? Sit. Sit with Tasha while she makes a video. Sit. Sit. He nudges your hand, so you pet him. Good boy. Yes, you're so beautiful. No. Can I have kisses? Can we have nose kisses? Yeah? Look at those pretty... Oh, forgot to kiss him. Okay, you sit here with Tosh, okay? Anyway, so I gave her a reading, and we have been very good friends ever since, So she's getting settled in her new gift, as, at some point we all do, just like, going to school. And you get used to elementary school, and then you get used to, junior high school, and you get, acclimated to high school, Okay, that's enough. Lie down. Good boy. I love you too. It's all, just that. It's a transition. You go from one thing to another. You go from unknowing how to do readings and healings and be, a medical intuitive, to being, therefore, an empath, to being very, uncomfortable with all these feelings and emotions and crying happy and sad and angry and angst, to trying to just figure it all out. So that's where we were last night, figuring it all out. And I didn't really understand, but I know Spirit knew, because Spirit pretty much kept saying the same thing. You just have to settle down and learn. Settle down and learn. Accept. Because if you keep fighting something, it's only going to be hard on you. It's not hard on the other person. They're not going through with whatever gift transforming that you're going through. So let's just settle down. We'll come here underneath a beautiful fig tree next to the pond. It's right there with all that beautiful foliage in it. And we're just going to sit and observe and have a good time and just take it all in, one step at a time. Just take it all in, keep breathing and know that if that's your purpose for being, you're going to be all right. You've lived through ups and downs and roller coasters and train rides and car wrecks and, love and loss of love. It's not really loss, but for lack of a better word, loss of, loved ones, food, no food, sleepless nights, peaceful nights. We've lived through that. So this is just another little tiny baby step to go through in life, really. And I know you're thinking, yeah, Tasha, well, it's little for you because you've been doing it since you were 16. Well, it's going to be little for you, too, because you know what? That was yesterday. It's already over. So now you know more today than you did yesterday. When you get that throw-up feeling that's, I don't know, whatever it is to you. When you get that specific type of headache, that it's because of this. Or, when you get that, anxious feeling in your tummy, that it could be this or it could be that. Or it could be, God's way of saying, hey, something's coming, keep your head up. And then you just learn to differentiate what is what from your own personal good, bad, or indifferent. I don't necessarily believe in bad. You must know that by now. So in her, roller coaster ride of learning, one of my kids, they're going through pretty much the same thing, and it's just different. It's just a transition. We all go through them. Girls have periods. Boys go through, puberty, the voice change thing or whatever. Things drop, things grow, things, change. So now if you have this kind of cough, that's, Spirit telling you to do this or that. What's going on with the phone now? Let me see what it says. It might get cut off and I have to start all over again. The Wi-Fi thing, okay. So in your transition, whatever transition you are in right now in your life, I would like to ask you a few things. First of all, let's all start re-languaging, okay? No matter what you call it, we have to realize we work with people. We are here to help heal and make better other human beings that don't know how themselves yet to be better or get better. But they want it, so they seek you out, So we have to start re-languaging our words so that people can understand you better. So you got to find, just like talking to a 5-year-old versus a 105-year-old. You're not going to talk the same, right? So we have to learn the different words quickly. That means you got to listen to Spirit quicker, faster, so that you're not saying, I just feel negative. Well, you got a migraine? So we all have to re-language ourselves when we are learning to use our gifts on a daily basis. Not everybody does on a daily basis. I am blessed that I do. I know that these two people that I'm speaking of do. So let's re-language ourselves into learning to use the terms that best fit our gift, okay? Tasha, I am an empath. Tasha, I am a medical intuitive. My doctor teacher, my physician, my whatever angel that's helping you, angel, cherub, teacher, orisha, whatever, is telling me to tell you that you need to, after your walk, you need to put a hot pack on your lower back or whatever. I don't know. I just know that it helps people understand us, X-Men, as it were, better, when we use different words, They may not know what it is, but instead of saying, oh, Tosh, I feel like I want to throw up. Oh, yum, thanks. Oh, Tosh, I want peaches. Yummy. Oh, that smells so good. Smell. I love it when Teresa feeds me. Because, again, I didn't understand what the person meant, but the spirits knew, and the spirits knew you have to keep working. You have to keep, that's part of your job that you already chose to take on. My one little boy, who always saw a guy in mortician outfit. Now, I didn't know that he saw a mortician until I actually saw the mortician myself in my head, So he was describing this man, and I said, well, does he look like this, and this? And he's got a top hat thing on. He's got the long tails, and he's carrying like a measuring tape or something around his neck. And he's like, yeah. And I said, well, his spirit feels like he's a mortician. He says, yeah, that's what he looks like. So, we all have some adjusting to do, but once we adjust, then you keep finding different and better words to use so that people can understand you quicker. So now these two people are having their first, I call them clients, because that's what you are to me. When you come to me and ask for a reading, you're a client, customer, client, whatever you want to call it. But he was saying that he didn't feel comfortable with that yet, and I said, we have to all do things that we don't feel comfortable doing. I don't always feel comfortable calling myself, a doctor or a reverend, but to some people, it's a go word. No, it's a bad way of putting it. It's some sort of approval to have a piece of paper with that title on it. It makes them feel better. And I understand with today's society, it doesn't make a lot of people feel better, but it does help one get into doors when you need to help a child get out of an abusive home. So that's what I use it for, okay? So, my baby, I was telling him, I said, you already chose this life. You chose to be, what does he do? He's a healer. And he chose to go into, like, the Orishas, Yoruba, Ifa, sort of. I have to say sort of because he's not getting, initiated and stuff. He knows the healing practices of that African traditional spiritualism, I choose to call it. Someone recently introduced me to that. I said, are you familiar with the ATRs? And he said, I don't believe in ATRs. I don't believe in religion. I believe in spirituality. So I call it, African traditional spirituality. And I'm like, oh, okay. I like that. I can get down with that. That's cool. May as well see some flowers. Oh, you can't really see them. Oh, yeah, you see them right there. See them in my window is that one right there. So I get to see the pretty flowers every day. So when, boys and girls, when you learn what your gifts are and you learn to use your gifts, also accept the fact that we have to, there's no choice, we have to learn many different words so that we can try to make that person who comes to you feel better, okay? Because, and I'm not harping on this in a negative way, so person that I'm sending this to, please don't think I'm like, talking bad about you. I'm saying this to give to you and to, my son, to help us all, even as I'm speaking, and they're helping me speak. I understand my process better, deeper, on a different level than I ever have before because of you two sharing your experiences with me. So please, it's not a put down, okay? So now, it's just like anything else in life. When you hang out with certain types of people, you kind of talk that way. When you hang out with the young kids, you try to say hip things like dope and that's stupid and what else did my nephew say? I forgot what else he says, but and then when you're around other 53-year-olds, then you say things that 53-year-olds say. We keep it at cool, and that's bad. Terms from the 70s. So when you're with your clients that God has given you, oh, isn't that pretty? Can you see the sunlight through there? Right there. Oh, I love that. These are the pictures that I take in my mind. I should have made the camera zoomed in more, but anyway. So in knowing that you have a gift, we also need to accept the fact that we also have, different terms to use for each client, customer, whatever you want to call them. I call them client because you're not here to be in my life all my life. So far only maybe 5 people have been in my life, most of my life, Anyway, so please, when you learn a new thing and you're sharing it with others, please remember to take into consideration that they don't know what you know. They don't know who and what you are. So it helps to use relative terms, relative wording. Like I don't necessarily really care for the word psychic, but you know what? If you're comfortable with that, cool, I'll use that. I'm a sensitive. I prefer that word. A lot of people don't know what that means. So I just say I'm a psychic, medium, sensitive, clairvoyant. See the little bird? Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. And then when I'm around other spiritual people, I use other spiritual words. What? What are you hopping around for, honey, huh? What are you hopping around for? Are you coming to steal Teresa's berries, huh? Oh, there we go. Up in the tree. Just like anything else in life. So, to my son and to the other person, it's not going to be easy. Nothing. If it were going to be easy, you wouldn't have chose to be reborn, to be born. So we have skin. We've got to deal with it. So let's deal with it as quick and painlessly as possible. Just accept it. Get your files together. Start taking lots of notes. Buy, lots of the herb book, Scott Cunningham's books. A lot of people say, oh, well, he's a witch. Well, it doesn't matter what he is. He's got great herbal books, so don't write to me about that. Oh, gosh. I can't think. I'll make you a list, but you two probably have them all already. And just, accept that new people are going to come into your life to assist you. Isn't that a glorious thing to have happen? You start using your gifts, and then other people show up to help you use your gifts. I have one friend, she recently started a new job. And with this new job came two, I see them as like fairies. They're there to help her help other people, per spirit, in her last reading. How gloriful. Who keeps saying gloriful? Stop putting that in my mouth. How gloriful is that? How glorifying is that? Could you imagine? And all of you really listening to this video right now, you have helpers out there. You just don't want to accept them, I think. I have helpers. God gave me, Ryan, Chris, Angie, Matt, Aaron, Lee, bunches of people to help spread positivity, because we know the news exists. We know people are getting kidnapped, raped, beaten, killed. Why do you want to keep spreading that? I don't, and I'm slowly but surely removing all the people on my Facebook page that do. When your kid comes to my page, I know there isn't really, well, probably there really is, but for humanity's sake, we'll just go with the skin flow, not the spirit flow for a second. there probably isn't really a Santa Claus. But you know what, damn it, if a child wants to believe in Santa Claus till he's 32, let him believe in Santa Claus till he's 32, because we all need something positive to think about and believe in, even if it's Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, you know, Boo Boo Kitty holiday, whatever. There's nothing wrong in having something good to believe in, think about, focus on, when the world is full of shit. Okay? Let them focus on whatever they want to focus on that's well and good and not causing anybody any harm. So I was telling this one lady, I said, you are so blessed. You go to a new job and you have already 2 angels there waiting for you to show up and start your practice with. You know, she's a healer also, as well as these other 2 people that I'm talking about, you know. So let's all just try to go with the flow, except we're not, stop asking why. Okay, make your list of questions before you go to bed, have some hot water, and and have your pencil and paper, tape recorder, cell phone, something ready, so when you get up, you can just record it and listen to it later when you get home from work, you know, whatever. So, you know, even myself, I when I first got started really giving readings, oh man, I didn't want to give that boy at school his readings and tell him that I just talked to his dad in a seance, and his dad was more on that side than this side, and he wanted to say goodbye. I didn't want to say that, so my throat swelled up for like 2 weeks, I think. I mean, it swelled up like a bullfrog. I mean, I'm a big girl, but you could clearly see it looked like I had a growth or something. You know, it did. And finally, after, you know, not being able to breathe because I'm breathing in little wisps of air, and I couldn't swallow any food, so I was on soups for 2 weeks. Yeah, lost some weight. And so finally I just said, hey, so-and-so, how's your dad? Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. I said, shame on you. Go see your dad. Even if he wasn't a good dad, he still deserves a hello, how you doing? And as soon as I got that out of my mouth, my throat went down, everything cleared up. And I vowed after that I'm never not going to tell somebody something again, because the spirits don't have me tell you when you're going to die, or generally they don't have me tell you when somebody else is going to die either. Things like that, no. I'll tell you if they're more on that side than this side. That's it. But it's your free will as to when and how and all that good stuff. Yes, when and how. Sorry, but if I'm got to tell my truth as I see the truth, if I believe what I believe in, yeah, you create how you die too, even if somebody killed you. You know, which goes for, unfortunately, sorry, you know, your kids, your relatives, your aunt, your uncle, whoever, and you say, Latasha, that's crazy. So you mean to tell me that little boy went there just to be killed? Well, if I chose to be a fat black chick this lifetime, then, you know, he chose that too. How am I going to believe something for myself but not for the whole world? Every human on the planet. Then that would make me a hypocrite, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite. It's not okay for me but not for you. It's just not. So don't write to me about that either. You believe whatever you want, I'll believe whatever I want. When we get to the other side, we'll discuss it. You know? So, let's choose to use our gift in the most gracious way we can. Aren't they cute? Oh, these are cute too. Look at these. For as long as we can, to everyone, and with everyone we can. And then the calla lily, my favorite. That's their leaf right there. Oh, do I have a calla lily? Oh, I do. Look, Angie. That's my favorite flower in the whole world. I'm going to have to ask Nesser. Nesser, grow some calla lilies. Just take pictures of them so I can keep them. No, I don't want pictures off the internet. I want real pictures. How pretty. So, you know, we're just going to know that something bigger and better. Oh, Hans is already sleeping. Oh, my goodness. That's his blankie. That's his whoopee. He sleeps so hard. I can't believe it. So we're just going to take it on faith and keep it pushing, you know? We're just going to keep it pushing. Oh, how beautiful. Can you see the moon? You can. So beautiful. Thank you, Mother Moon, for all my blessings. Oh, I love this time of day. And now, it's a bit nippy, but that's okay. It feels good. It's keeping me awake, you know? So let's all, those of us that have gifts and choose to use them, let's just dig in and use it 1,000% to the best of our ability. Isn't that beautiful? We're going to go gung-ho. We're going to study, study, study. We're going to have, meetups? Meetup.com, I think it's called. Have, gatherings and be with others that can help us use and grow in our gift, Just like anything else, people that have this, go to those meetings. People that have that, go to those meetings, Let's meet with others that are where we want to be and have the ability. Let's all learn to grow with it, learn to turn it on and turn it off. I don't just stay tuned in doing readings all day, no matter what you guys might think. I turn it on and I turn it off. However, I do stay grounded and protected all the time. All the time, okay? So, let's just learn. Let's just learn, grow, live, be. Use your gifts to the best of your ability, not try to be like somebody else and say, well, Tasha can see and feel and taste and smell and sense, and this is, I want to do that too. No, maybe you have to grow into that. And for those of you that do, stop wanting to be tarot readers. I mean, we all can learn. But I'm just saying at the beginning, we're in first grade right now. Just be in first grade and be happy to be in first grade. Coloring outside the lines and all that good stuff. Playing jacks, having recess more than being in class. Enjoy that. Enjoy that moment. Live that moment. Okay? Live in that moment. Cherish that moment, because that moment is going to take you to another and another and another and another. And then next thing you know, you're going to be walking down the street and somebody's going to say, hey, I know you're the one that is on, what did she say? I was at Safeway, and the cashier lady, she's like, oh, I know you. And I'm like, oh, good. I don't know what else to say. And she's, I said, where do you think you have seen me? She says, on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, Tasha loves you. Yeah, your Tasha loves you. And I'm like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I am. She said, could you tell me? I said, now, if you've seen my videos, I don't stay open all the time, but what is it? Well, could you tell me da-da-da-da? And I'm like, okay, spirits, let's ground real quick. And, of course, there's like one person behind me, so, she's wondering what the hell we're talking about. So I said, well, they said da-da-da-da. Oh, cool, okay. Okay. Oh, dang it, you can't see it, sorry. Hummingbird. And, so I don't just stay tuned in and pop in and out. I don't think that that's a very healthy thing for anyone to do, no matter how many years you've been doing your gift, That's just my personal opinion. And, it's my channel, so mine is the only one that matters, But let's try. And if you don't want to, then help support somebody else that is trying. Give them a nice test. Don't test them as if they're stupid. Give them a nice test, like, the card test, where you hold up two cards and say, what are these cards, or I have a word in mind. What's the word? Good educational stuff like that. Don't just test people to be stupid. Okay, I love you, and my time is counting down. It's turned red. Go have an awesome day. Use your gifts. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. This is Tasha Harris with The Angels Network and tashastouch.com. Please, please, please go love you so that you can go out and love the world, and it, too, can be a much, much, much better place. Okay? We're going to practice our gifts. We're going to help others practice their gifts. We're going to love each other. We're going to think positive thoughts. We're going to talk positive words. We're going to be a positive person. Okay? Let's just focus on that. Just for 5 minutes a day, every single day. That alone will help the world, the whole world vibration, calm down and act right. Okay? I love you. Talk to you soon.